What's up, everybody? You thought we were gone because week 18 is over, but look it, we're back. We're going to do the NFL wild card, the first round of playoffs, then we're going to do the next round, and then the next round, and then our Super Bowl predictions. And anybody that watching this, make sure you guys take a look down below in the description. There's some great little free props, some bonuses, just because we're just some great guys. I'm Matt with Beard Laws. Follow me if you want, but definitely follow these guys.
And I'm Matt Brown at the Ohana Jones.
Brandon McDermott at Brandon J. McDermott.
What we're going to do is we're going to break the games down in the order that we will be able to watch them. Green Bay and Tennessee, they're the number 1 seeds. They are going to get the bye. And one thing that does get a little bit confusing about playoff football is they reseed. If you have any more questions, let us know in the comments. We will definitely answer. But we're going to start off with an AFC matchup, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So still pretty early for Matt to enjoy some football over on the West Coast, but it's going to be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and this is a 6-point home favorite Cincinnati team.
Well, we can't look to the Bengals' Week 18 performance since they didn't play a number of key players, but on the other hand, we can look at the amazing season finale where the Raiders prevailed in overtime, and though they won, the Raiders' defense still let the Chargers score 15 unanswered points to tie the game in the fourth quarter. Justin Herbert passed for 383 yards, and Joe Burrow is a similar young gunslinger. So too much firepower as long as everybody who didn't play last week is ready to go this week. I like the Bengals with the points.
After that big-time win last week, the Raiders, they're in the playoffs. Coach Rich has done a great job with these boys since taking over early in the year. The last time the Raiders went to the playoffs and won a playoff game, I was a sophomore in high school, 2002. History's fun, and when it is time to be broken, it's even more fun. Like this week, one of these teams are going to advance. It'll be really fun. No team has faced that brick wall this year and run through it quite like those Raiders. John Gruden, Henry Ruggs III. Conversely, the Bengals, they've given up a lot of sacks. And to win, they got to protect that young quarterback, Joe Burrow. They've got playmakers all over the offensive side of the ball. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. They're about as fun to watch as a duo as I've seen a young duo in some time. And I think that's just going to be too much for those Raiders to handle. Cincinnati wins, and they cover.
There's a reason that they are the AFC North champion. They played great football. They beat a Kansas City team that was playing hot. Even us, we didn't have a lot of faith in Cincy when they went and beat Kansas City. But in their last 5 games, Cincinnati's 4-1 against the spread, and the Raiders are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5. 6, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I think that this line might change a little bit. I like Cincinnati, just like you guys. I really think that they are the better team here. I'm going with Cincinnati and the spread, home field advantage, -6. We're going to talk about another AFC matchup, the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. The spread is at 4. Buffalo is the home favorite.
Yeah, the Bills have shown why they won the AFC East, and while I'm well aware that they have 6 losses on the season, some worse than others, I think they're able to get it done at home this time around against the Pats. New England ran the Bills into the freezing cold ground last time they were in Buffalo. It looks like the weather will be similar this week. What's not similar, the Patriots' run defense hasn't been as dominant. Buffalo just has too much for me. I like them and the points here.
Hey, my man Duke Johnson, that's the way to go. He's actually not bad. But you know what? You don't bet against Bill Belichick in the playoffs. Many have, few have won, and don't look now, they're retooled. New young quarterback and the NFL's number 2 scoring defense. Yes, they did get roughed up here late, but that's okay. They run the ball well and they play smart football. That's the key historically. I really like them this year. They aren't perfect. They've given up 93 points in the last 3 losses, but now it's the playoffs. It's different. It's Billy B's time to shine. And those Bills, they got blasted in a windy game, as Matt said, when the Patriots beat them. But then they came back and beat them in the rematch. We talked about New England loving the run game. Buffalo needs to do the same thing this week. Josh Allen, he's a solid talent, but he gets sloppy with the ball from time to time, and now is not the time to do that. I hate this game because my head tells me New England, my heart tells me Buffalo. The Bills are the better team. They're playing at home, so I'm going to take them by the slimmest of margins in this one. I'm taking Buffalo to win by a Billy B hoodie thread, but I'm taking New England +4.
I agree with you, Brandon, because our brains are saying New England because we're so used to New England always winning, and they're tough. I think they are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games, where the Bills are 6-1-1 in the last 8 games against the spread. And as Matt said, the weather is unpredictable. I think the Bills learned a pretty valuable lesson when New England threw the ball 3 times in their first matchup, just ground and pound. I'm going to go against my brain. I think Buffalo is the better team at home. I think Buffalo Mafia, Bills Mafia, whatever they go by, is going to be too much. Home field advantage is going to play a big thing in the first round here.
You know, Matt, I just want to say, you said Buffalo is a hungry team and they're a hungry city, and I think you are right. I think they've all run out of those fluty flakes, that is, the Wheaties that would flute you on the cover.
Yes.
It's now time for them to rise up and to win a playoff game. Let's do it.
If we were more creative on the spot, we could come up with the next cereal, because they had Kelly Crunch, they had Flutie Flakes. We're going to come up with something, so come back to the next video.
You know, with a vanilla name like Josh Allen, they may come back with a vanilla flavored cereal. There you go.
Ooh, I like it. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tampa Bay is an 8.5-point home favorite.
Yeah, look, the Eagles haven't been the most explosive team in the league, but they've still been very solid throughout the season. If you're in Philly, you hope that all the starters they rested on Sunday got a chance to heal before this one, and if so, I think they can be competitive. The Eagles have defended the pass well, and we know the Bucs receiving core isn't what it was at the start of the season. Also, it looks like Leonard Fournette will be back, so I can see a scenario where Tampa Bay successfully runs the ball for their offensive yardage, and this could be a lower scoring game than you may think, which leads me to actually think the Eagles can cover here. They won't win, I think they can cover.
And if that's the case, I'm taking the under on 49. And I don't think you're too far off, Matt. Here's the good for the Bucs. They got the greatest player to ever suit up in the NFL. He's won 7 Super Bowls. Brady's got a better playoff win percentage, winning nearly 76% of his games than any other quarterback who's played more than 11 playoff games. It's remarkable. The Bucs have a top 10 defense, a top 10 offense. They've got playmakers on both sides of the ball. On the other side of the ball, as Matt said, the Eagles, they're a good running team, a great running team, best statistically in the NFL, but they have to have a chance to win it. They're going to have that defense step up and keep Tampa off the field. And that offense must keep the ball, run the ball, and score touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, no pun intended, he is a bit hurt with an ankle injury. I think Brady and the Bucs, they're going to be just too much to handle for these Eagles. And I like the Bucs by 10.
The line opened at 10. It's down to 8.5. I think Tampa Bay's too good. They are not only the defending champs, but there are a lot of players on that team with Super Bowl rings. I think they win by 10, maybe 12. I really do think they win by double digits here. Philadelphia, they are 4-2 against the spread, surprisingly, in their last 6. And as much as Tampa, hasn't been great against the spread, they're a sneaky 6-2 in their last 8, and that's good enough for me. I'm going to go Tampa Bay with the 8.5. Next game we're going to talk about is the 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Dallas Cowboys, a classic rivalry here. The Cowboys are a 3-point home favorite.
The Niners have looked as good as they have in the last 2 seasons, in my opinion. I think if there was a shocking upset, it'd be this one. But the Cowboys have looked good themselves. I just worry about their depth as they've dealt with a few injuries lately. I still think that Dallas is the better team. I like them, and also they are 13-4 against the spread over the season this year, and that just helps solidify why I'm going with the Cowboys here.
It's a replay of the NFC Championship game in 1995, almost 26 years ago. But can you believe these 49ers were in the Super Bowl just 2 years ago? They've got playmakers. They're talented. However, starting quarterback Jimmy G, he's got an injured thumb. Something to watch for sure. Dallas. They're stacked. The defense is crazy good. League leaders in turnovers and interceptions. Good defenses make a difference in the playoffs. That said, does anybody truly believe that Dallas will win this game? No, they don't. They should, on paper, easily win at home, but we've seen this movie before. I want to bet Dallas to win. I'm not going to be disappointed, and I'm not going to be driven crazy if they lose in a very Dallas fashion.
Yeah, I mean, Niners are 10-7 on the year. Cowboys 12-5, and both have been good against the spread. The Niners are 4-1 in their last 5, and Cowboys are 5-1 in their last 6. I like the under, which is crazy because Dallas has been putting up a ton of points, but being a playoff game, I think both of the defenses are going to step up. So I do like the under, but I'm going to go with the Niners plus 3. Something tells me that the Niners are going to continue to ride this, and Dallas is going to continue to let everybody down because for whatever reason, they always seem to have the team to make a run. They have one of the greatest teams, and then they just, for whatever reason, they do what Dallas does. I'm going to go with the Niners and the points plus 3. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers, who somehow got in as the 7 seed, and they are going to take on the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead Stadium, and that is a 12.5 point spread. Kansas City is the home favorite.
Yeah, one last last hurrah for Ben Roethlisberger, right? And it'll be against the team that you probably want to see the least as an opponent in the AFC. 4-0 against the spread are the Chiefs in their last 4 home games, and that includes a 36-10 drubbing of the Steelers 3 weeks ago. I don't think it will be that bad, though. However, I truly think that Pittsburgh has a better shot than people think. Like, keep an eye on injuries, as 2 of Casey's top running backs aren't 100%. The line is in the double digits. I like the Steelers to cover. If it isn't, then I like the Chiefs.
Make fun of the Steelers all you want, but here they are with a shot to make some noise. If they win here, I think it would be the biggest upset in all of NFL wildcard history. Trust me, I'm a Broncos fan. I watched the 1996 AFC wildcard game where the 13-3 Broncos lost to the upstart Jacksonville Jaguars. I was that 10-year-old kid crying in the garage. This would be bigger. Old man Roethlisberger isn't what he used to be. Heck, it looks like he's out there throwing milk cartons instead of footballs. But that said, he's as experienced as it gets. If that Pittsburgh defense can play a clean game, and man, Matt will tell you that's a stretch, I wouldn't keep the Steelers out of it. Now, what's to say about Kansas City? They're likely got the most talented offenses in all of football. Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. That said, that defense isn't good. Don't care. I don't care what people have to say. This shouldn't be close at all, and I'm betting Kansas City to cover.
I'd like to think that, and we said it a couple of weeks ago, Steelers are going to play more inspired. It was Big Ben's last 2 games. Big Ben has been a 6 seed before, and somehow they just find a way to win. And I honestly think if they can somehow get by Kansas City, I like them to be able to take on the Titans. 12.5 though. Yeah, Casey should cover it. Just because I want the reverse curse, I'm going to go Kansas City is going to blow them out. But there's a couple of stats that I just want to throw at you. Pittsburgh, they're scoring about 19 or 20 a game, and Kansas City's been averaging 26. Their defense has been giving up a 21, Kansas City, where the Steelers are giving up 22. I'm going to go Kansas City minus 12.5. But hopefully, Big Ben, I get to see you play at least 2 more times. Arizona is taking on the Los Angeles Rams, and the Rams are a 4-point currently home favorite.
I think this could be as close as it gets. I mean, both teams have had their ups and downs. Both have had tough bets at times throughout the seasons. I like the Cardinals' 8-1 record against the spread on the road, and I have some kind of feeling that this could be a game decided within 3 points. So I'm not confident picking a straight up winner, but I think it's so close. I like the Cardinals to cover.
Remember when the Cardinals were going to be the best team in the NFL earlier this season? Then weeks later, they weren't. Now where are they? Well, they are in LA waiting for the opening round of the NFL playoffs. But as a team, they're about as mystifying as it gets. You never want to be in the playoffs with unanswered questions, and that's exactly where the Cardinals are with injuries and with an up and down defense. The Rams, they look like they're a team built for this. The Rams blew that 17-point lead last week, and they better play well and keep that foot on the gas if they want to win. Now, that said, I think the Rams are going to win, and I think they'll cover.
Arizona 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. The Rams are 4-2 in their last 6, but they got Stafford as a quarterback. Stafford, not overly experienced. Arizona, pretty young, not a lot of experience there. My brain is telling me go Rams. All of the picks have been going against my brain, so I'm going to continue with it. I'm going to go with Arizona +4. I like Arizona being able to not only keep this close, potentially win, and if they're going to get 4 points, then why not go for it? So I'm going to go Arizona +4. And just like we did during the week, we're going to give you our individual lock of the week, and we're going to give you a unanimous lock of the week.
Yeah, my individual lock of the week, I just like the Bills too much. I think they're too good, and I think New England has to do too much offensively to beat them, so I like the Bills.
And I like the Buccaneers to cover against the Eagles.
And I'm going to go with Arizona +4, and our unanimous lock of the week is Cincy -6. It's our lock of the week, so hopefully it brings you lots of success. Click the links below for all our social medias. I'm Matt at Beardlaws.
And I'm Matt Brown at the Johanna Jones.
And I'm Brandon at Brandon J. McDermott.
We're going to be back next week. Good luck on all of it, and enjoy another great weekend of football. Good luck, everybody.